Hi everyone, it's Laurie Hodges here with Keller Williams Reserve. I'm a luxury international agent and I've been in the business a long time. And one of the questions that I get asked the most often is, when is the best time to sell my home? Is it the fall? Is it the spring? Is it the summer? And there are lots of answers to this actually. Especially in Florida, we have a year-round seasonal wonderful weather, so it's not dependent on the weather like it is up north, and we have an influx of visitors in the season, which is the winter basically, and a lot of the times those people end up buying a second home or deciding to relocate while they're here on vacation. The spring is another great time because people start looking, especially when they have children and they know that they need to move in the summer between school years. So we kind of have a lot of options. I do have a funny story about that though, and it leads me to my big point, which is sell when you want to sell and not when you need to sell. That is my takeaway for this. So in 2002, I was getting ready to buy my first home, and I was hell-bent on being in that home by Christmas. And everyone said it doesn't really snow in Washington, D.C., but it snowed 17 inches, and it was the worst storm they had had in like 20 years, I think, and no one was out looking for homes. And there was also a sniper on the loose, which, if you remember that up in the area, it was pretty crazy. It was kind of like the COVID thing right now, where people did not want to leave their homes. They were afraid. There was a sniper going around Washington, D.C. and Virginia shooting at people randomly in parking lots and gas stations, and so you'd have to pump your gas and you'd duck down and put it in the car and turn on the gas and then run and hide on the other side of your car. You'd get back in your car, and literally no one was going out unless they had to go out. And so I chose to go house hunting at that time, and I got a great deal on a house. We kind of stole it a little bit from someone because they needed to sell and I didn't need to buy. I just wanted to buy. But those people have forgiven us, and I'm happy to report that 18 years later, we are still very good friends, and I love them dearly. And but the point there was they needed to sell, and so we made a low offer knowing that no one was out looking, and we got a great deal. So people will always be looking for a deal. People will always make low offers on properties when they think that the seller needs to move. So my advice there is, to take your time. If you have the time to get your house ready for the market, do the fixing up that you need to do, repaint the things you need to paint, and get it on the market, you will get more money for it. If you need to sell quickly, you're relocating for a job and you don't have time, you found another house that you want to buy and it's contingent upon the sale of your own home, people are going to make low offers, and a lot of times you end up accepting those low offers because you're afraid of either losing that dream house that you have a contract on, or you're afraid that you might not get another offer on your home, and you don't want to have to make that other mortgage payment or 2 mortgage payments on dual properties. So it puts people in a little bit of a panic sometimes. One of the things I do to combat this issue is something called the Dream Home Finder program, which I put people in all the time. So when someone says, this is what I'm looking for, we go and look in the MLS. If it's not in the MLS, then I find out what neighborhoods they want to be in, and I do target marketing to those neighborhoods specifically. So sometimes that involves sending letters out to people. It involves sending a postcard sometimes, and other times I might just walk the neighborhood and knock on doors and look for people who are thinking about moving. A lot of times someone is kind of interested in moving, but they don't want to hassle with it. They don't want people coming through their home. They don't want to take the time to fix, the shower faucet that's been dripping. They don't want to repair the cracked tiles on their roof. They just don't want to do that stuff, nor do they want to feel pressured into finding a new home in 30 days or 60 days. What if we get an offer right away? They don't know what to do with that. And so they just don't put it on the market. But if they didn't have to actually show their home, if they could just sell their home, they would do it. I think Zillow right now has some programs called Make Me Move, and they'll get you a cash offer for your house, but a lot of times it's not your home value. It's definitely less than your home value, but sometimes people take it because they would rather take less money than have to have people coming through their house. So I go out and market to neighborhoods and let them know, listen, I have a buyer. They're willing to pay you full price, and they will give you time to find another home and to pack up your belongings. And you don't have to fix that cracked tile on the kitchen floor. They will take your home as is. And it's wildly successful because it gives people time to look. They don't feel pressured into selling. They don't need to sell. They want to sell. And that's the best time that you can sell your home. When you want to do it, you don't need to do it, and you can get full price. And there are options for that. So don't feel like you have to sell and take less than your home is worth. There are definitely options. So that's my advice. Sell when you want to and not when you need to, if you can. If you have any questions, feel free to call me or text me anytime. If you like this video and you want some more great real estate advice, you can hit subscribe and it will send you updates, or you can turn on notifications to get updates on when new videos get posted. And if you can, give this a thumbs up if you like the video. If you have any questions, feel free to call me or text me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Okay, bye-bye.